Dick Bagnato. Well, last week we told you about the dairy industry's little secret, diluting milk with a cheap byproduct. Well, we've dug a little deeper on this story, and tonight we'll tell you which milk is not watered down.
Could you believe that they're putting this stuff into milk, essentially watering it down?
I was absolutely floored.
I just thought it was wrong that they were putting products in the milk just to make it cheaper for them so they can make more money.
Just tastes different. It doesn't taste as good as a proper milk should taste.
Consumers really have a right to know that what additives are put in milk.
It was a bombshell, a secret the dairy industry didn't want you to know.
You think now milk is milk. Milk may not be milk.
What they're really putting in the milk you buy at the supermarket.
Last week, we showed how the major dairy companies are watering down our milk.
Watered down a little bit.
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, you know. I believe consumers should be drinking whole cow's milk, and the consumer believes they should be drinking whole cow's milk. You know, so we're all getting ripped off.
Farmer Paul Weir blew the whistle on this industry practice, where a cheap, watery substitute called Permeate is being added to make more milk and more profits. And the law says they don't have to disclose it on the label.
It's deceptive, isn't it? You know, it's really a labelling issue. The consumer has every right, you know, to know what they're purchasing. You know, that they believe that milk is milk.
Since that first story, we've received dozens of phone calls and emails from you, outraged that the major dairy companies are putting Permeate in their milk and not telling their customers. Well, tonight, we're going to tell you which brands don't contain this watery substance and find out if there really is a difference in taste. Have you noticed a difference in taste?
Yeah, some are richer, definitely. Some have got a much more stronger flavour.
The Whittaker family love their milk, but can they taste which brands definitely don't have Permeate?
OK, guys, 4 different lots of milk. Be interested to see if you can taste the difference. Do you reckon there's a difference already? Smells different, Mark?
Creamier.
Yeah.
I prefer the second one.
Me too. That's your favourite?
I think this one's like creamier and thicker than the first one.
Smells different.
The results of our taste test in a moment.
I'm a dairy farmer and I like people to taste what milk used to taste like years ago.
For 5 decades, John Fairley worked as a dairy farmer. Now he's processing his own brand of milk called Country Valley and says it doesn't contain Permeate.
The major processing companies say there's nothing wrong with Permeate, there's nothing wrong with putting it back in the milk. What do you say?
That's fine if they want to do it. I won't do that. I want straight milk, straight from the cow, that people can taste the difference.
And we're very upfront about the fact that our milk doesn't contain Permeate.
Peter Nathan is CEO of A2 Milk, another processor that refuses to put Permeate in its products.
There's very much a taste difference, and I think consumers can really easily taste the difference between milk with Permeate and A2 milk, which has a very rich, creamy taste, which is the way milk should taste, and the way good old-fashioned milk does taste.
National Foods, which make Pura Milk, dairy farmers and Paul's Parmalat all admit to using Permeate, and all have refused our requests for an interview.
We're from a current affair. We're hoping to speak to somebody about Permeate in the milk.
Yes, if you stop the camera, I'm happy to find
Even Dairy Australia, the industry body, is ducking for cover, only agreeing to an interview if they could ask their own questions.
Why the big secrecy about if they are using it, you know?
Do you think companies should be made to put this on the label?
Oh, absolutely. There's, without a question, people should know what they're buying.
At the supermarket, it's virtually impossible to know which brands are using Permeate and how much. But here are some that definitely don't. Paul's Parmalat Organic Milk, available Australia-wide. Pura Gold brand, also available Australia-wide. John Fairley's Country Valley Milk, available across New South Wales. Norco Milk, available in Brisbane, the Gold Coast and northern New South Wales, and A2 Milk, which is available Australia-wide.
It's got a very creamy taste. That's nice.
That's beautiful.
Back at the Whittakers, the taste test is conclusive.
My 2 favourites were 2 and 4, and I'm a novice at milk tasting, and you can clearly tell that there's a difference.
Number 2 and 4 didn't contain Permeate. They were John Fairley's milk and the Pura Gold brand,
They just tasted more creamier, more like normal milk, whereas the other ones sort of had a bit of an aftertaste.
If you are worried about Permeate, choose a milk that doesn't have Permeate in it and you'll notice the difference in the taste.
And now you know which ones don't. And while dairy farmers admit to regularly using Permeate in their products, they've told us they're not using any at the moment. Of course, if they put it on their labels, we would all know. And there's more information on that story at our 9MSN website. Still to come on A Current Affair, we join the search to find Australia's next Miss Universe contestant.